welcome to another edition of Tuesday Talks with the Peacocks. I'm your host, Josh McGehee. Happy to be joined by this week the head volleyball coach here at Upper Iowa University, Coach Aaron Nelson. Coach, thanks so much for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, in terms of, again, you guys are preparing for this upcoming season, just a couple of days away. Talk about these last few weeks of camp, getting all your players back on campus, and how things have been going so far.
Yeah, they came in with a lot of energy. Practice have been upbeat. With 15 returning players, we've got a good idea of what we need to do. We kind of just started building on what we did in the spring and what we did last fall, as opposed to starting over. Right? Players have been doing a great job of working on fundamentals. And also trying to work on the details that we think we need to be that we need to do well to be successful in the long run. So far it's been great. We look forward to finally playing somebody else. We've been beating up on each other for a couple of weeks. A lot of competition for positions, and that's made practice very competitive. So it's been a really high level environment for us, and we're looking forward to kind of turning that outward this week. And playing some teams outside of our region or outside of our conference.
Well, Coach, an important part of your team this year is that you have a large group of returners. Talk to me a little bit about the benefits of having an experienced group, a lot of players who had huge impacts and a lot of others who at least got some playing time last year. Talk to me about how important it is to have these experienced players back.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of said something about that having that many returners allows us to have a really good idea of what we need to do to compete and the level of play we have to be successful in this conference. So having those 15 returning players is night and day different from what we were last year. Last year we'd only had basically 6 players on the roster that had seen any NSIC time. We had a bunch of freshmen and some transfers and some players that hadn't played some. So, kind of turning that around this year and having more experience on the court and more experience in the practice gym has helped us, raise our level of play, and it should serve us well once we go play some other teams.
Well, Coach, you guys are coming off of an impressive season last year. You set the record for most conference wins in a season. In terms of looking at the schedule and thinking about this season, what are your guys' expectations?
Yeah, I mean, as always, first goal is to just get into the conference and compete with how tough the conference is from top to bottom. You can never take a night off. You can't take anything for granted. So, first expectation is to put our best foot forward every night, try, give our opponent our best effort and see what happens in those matches. They all seem to come down to a few points here or there. So we're really working on those details and trying to play as clean as we can, trying to play as hard as we can for an extended period of time, and hopefully in the end that turns into another trip to the conference tournament. And we see where we can go from there.
Well, Coach, a fun part about last season is that we had fans return to Dorman Gymnasium. A lot of impressive wins with some big crowds. Talk to me about the importance, how much it is to have the fans attend those games. In terms of just a message to them ahead of the season, what would you want to say to them?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have that kind of support, from start of season all the way till the end. The fans get as excited for the big matches as we do, and with that they show up and bring energy. They really get behind us. They're knowledgeable. They understand the game and they understand how tough our schedule is and how tough our opponents are. So having that support with them constantly has been a really big lift for us in those big matches and throughout the season.
Well, you all can check out Upper Iowa Volleyball this week as they take part in the Northern Michigan Open. Thursday's first match versus Lake Superior State University. Coach, good luck ahead of that one, and good luck ahead of this season.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Go Peacocks.